heavier since we do have the fog. Talk to us about what's happening there.
That's right. We do have an active dense fog advisory. You know, this is the thing with your camera shots. They weren't that bad. I think this is going to take a little bit of time to develop. Remember, fog is typically the worst right during your sunrise. So your visibilities right now, okay, 4 miles in Pearland, 5 miles in Sugarland, 6 miles at IAH. That's the type of fog that will cover the downtown skyline. But necessarily between you and that next car in front of you, it won't slow you down all that much. But I would say overall, just remember the fog will probably continue to develop through about 7:30 this morning. Now, Wharton, if you're coming in on the southwest side, you are socked in. Visibility is down to 0. Palacia's 0.3 of a mile, half a mile there in Angleton. So you can see even along the Gulf Freeway down to about a mile, a little over a mile in Galveston. So yes, fog is going to be an issue throughout the day, though that fog is going to lift. And let me tell you, temperatures today will stay mild. It is going to be a mild day today. Let me prepare you now for this winter storm watch. This is expected to take effect Saturday morning, last through Sunday afternoon. The reason that will be the best timeline, late Saturday and overnight into Sunday, where our rain will probably transition to freezing rain or maybe some sleet, especially for our northern counties. Let me get to the extreme cold watch. See, both of these are brand new here for the morning hours for this morning. The worst of the cold is really expected to be late Sunday and into Monday. And that is where temperatures, not out of the question, could be in the teens with some of our wind chills. That feels like single digits to teens. That is the type of cold that we're preparing you for Monday morning. Now, we are going to dive in to the latest timeline and some of the latest model runs, guys, coming up in just a little bit. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, so helpful and an important update to the forecast. Okay, with all that extreme cold that we're expecting, it means millions of people are going to be preparing, so the time to prepare is right now.
Yeah, this is your timing. This is your window. KHOU 11's Jalissa Garza live in the Heights with a local plumbing expert with some solutions right now to make sure you prevent that massive repair bill later. Good morning, Jalissa.
Hey, Alona and Jacob, good morning. That's right. I'm here with Christian Lopez of John Moore. He is helping us all get ready. He's already had to gather me a little bit with some reminders, but this is why we're with him this morning, because today and tomorrow are really the best times to prepare. So this morning we're going to start with some outdoor pipes, right?
Yes, some outdoor prep, and we'll show you guys what's going on and how to get it taken care of. So you can squeeze by real quick.
All right, this is live TV for you.
Okay, so basically what we're doing, if you have this set up exactly like this, you want to go ahead and make sure the hoses are always disconnected and you want to roll them up. You don't want to leave any water inside the hose and you want to make sure it's off. You have little hose protectors like this, which are easy. You can find at your local store, and if not, we recommend going ahead and giving John Moore a call. As for getting it tight, you get it tight and just keep it over. You could always wrap some tape around it. This is your sprinkler backflow preventer. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to make sure it's shut off, because a lot of people assume, hey, I shut it off in the garage, it's off. No, you want to make sure you shut it off here. You have 2 valves that you shut off and then you bleed it down. Off.
I'm learning a lot.
And then we bleed it down by using these valves on the side here. And if you want to be extra preventative,
oh wow,
you bleed it down, because when the sprinkler is off in the garage, water's still always flowing through it. This is basically a point of entry for the water for the sprinkler system. Incoming, outgoing. There's always water going through it. So you want to make sure you bleed it down, because this is one of the most things that is notorious for breaking during the freeze, because water's constantly flowing, and as we all know, water, when it freezes, it expands.
Right.
So these just go, and then you have a geyser. So you want to make sure you shut it off, bleed it down, and what you want to do, if you want to be a little bit more preventative, wrap it with a towel, put a plastic bag over it, and just wrap it with some tape.
Perfect. I know that was a lot of information to hear from Christian, but don't worry, he is with us throughout the morning and on our extended morning newscast. But for now, we're going to go ahead and toss it back into the studio as I continue to get myself together, because it's time for me to prep my home too. Back to you.
Absolutely, Jalissa. This is our day. We also have tomorrow. Let's get it done before the weekend. Now, experts say a lot of people often forget about those pipes in their attics and their garages when they protect the pipes, and they're their homes. Those areas don't get as much heat, especially depending on your insulation situation, so they can be more susceptible to freezing. If that is you, your next best option is to just shut the water off to your home.
That's going to prevent it from thawing and there already being a leak you didn't know about and flooding the house. What you then do is once it's thawed, you turn the water on and you check individually. And if there is a problem, you can just turn it off immediately.
Now, another big concern that folks have is the threat of power outages, the possibility. If the forecast holds, we can expect to see power outages throughout the state. Even though Houston is on the edge of the deep freeze, if the grid is compromised up north, where they're going to get more ice, it could lead to big problems here. Governor Greg Abbott has tried to assure everyone that the power grid will stay strong.
If ice weighs down on a local power line, the one that goes from the power pole to your home, that could mean there could be a home here or there where the power goes out temporarily. It will not be a problem with the entire grid.
Our energy expert tells us there are no guarantees. We know that. We've been through winter storms. Governor Abbott is planning to share more about how the state's preparing for the freeze sometime today. Of course, we'll bring that to you. We're already compiling all the info to help you get ready. If you didn't catch some of this, simply text the word freeze to 713-526-1111. We'll text you right back with some helpful links.
Let's get